growth. Sharon, thank you so much for the coming for the second time. We would like to invite the panelists.
Okay, so on stage without further ado, my dear friend and celebrated journalist, author, writer, Nandita Puri on stage. Okay, she's also the chairperson of the Puri Foundation and a corporate advisory of we. थोड़ी सी ताली मार दो.
एक मिनट इनके लिए भी रूल है ना इनको भी डांस करते होना पड़ेगा. Please take position. Nandita ji, sorry.
On stage, she's a television actress and anchor. And she's also turned political analyst, debater at national news TV channels. Bapre runs a film school. It's called the Institute of Moving Images. Onto the stage, my lovely one.
Thank you. Can we have the music for the dance once she finishes?
Yes. And now we've got Sneha. Sneha, how are you? She's a partner.
Sneha, you have to dance. Yeah? You know the drill, right? You have to shake a little. Yeah, that's the way. Sneha, come on. Over here. Bus.
Sneha is a partner at SVV and Company Chartered Accountants, Beauty and Brains, I can see. CFO of MGA Group, President of the Maharashtra chapter of COWE. COWE, is it pronounced COWE or just? Very good, India. So that's our lovely Sneha here. And then of course where's Dr. Jyoti? On the stage, please. She's a Ph.D. in tarot and healing. So just in case artificial intelligence doesn't work, there's tarot to give you the next answer for the next step. I'm just saying. Award-winning celebrity Bollywood astrologer, TV numerologist, international tarot master, Reiki grandmaster, motivation speaker, social activist, and brand ambassador of various companies. So that's our beautiful Dr. Jyoti Jhangiani. And last but not least, we have Shweta Pandya, Padma Mohanty. Where are you, ma'am? That's it. Let's get you onto the stage. Wonderful founder and CEO of the Business Leadership League.
My father is a big fan.
And I'm a big fan of all of y'all. Okay, so I think without further ado, let's get on to all our questions. And Shweta, am I pronouncing the name correctly? Shweta, I want to direct the first question to you because our topic is contribution of entrepreneurs towards India's economic growth. And I think that's a wonderful topic to address, because finally after years and years, I think India is now, there is an atmosphere of optimism and hope. We have leaders that at least have got our backs now, and this is as best an opportunity as any for us all, including the men. It shouldn't only be women, but this is also directed to the men, that there is definitely, India is still a young economy, so I think our roads are open, and they have hope. So without further delay, I'd like to ask you, how do entrepreneurs contribute to India's GDP growth? That's interesting because you're an entrepreneur, yet we're talking of the overall. And what are some of the notable examples of successful startups that have driven economic growth?
Thank you for the question. A very good afternoon to everybody. A lot of known faces, very happy to meet you all. And especially Sharon Prabhakar, my father, I was just telling her, father was a big fan. I have grown up hearing cassettes aata tha, usme bahut Alisha Chinoy and Sharon Prabhakar, I have heard them a lot growing up. So yes, now coming back to the question that was put out. So all of us are either self-employed professionals or we are into services, manufacturing, trading. Finally, we are all part of the entrepreneur ecosystem. And in whatever you do, if you are running your businesses where there is genuine innovation in your product and service, you are employing people, you are paying your taxes, you are generating more opportunities, helping others, other entrepreneurs also to grow their businesses. So this is how all of us are contributing to the GDP. Now on the number that how big, currently if you look at the statistics, it's more than 7 crore registered businesses, but how many functional different structures? It could be a proprietorship firm, to a partnership, to a private limited, to a limited company, irrespective of all of that. Run by a woman, run by a community, run by a family, or run by a professional board. But if the intent and the purpose is to run a profitable and sustainable business, finally we are all contributing to the GDP. And quickly answering the second question, two examples. Obviously we all know and startups के बारे में हम सब जानते हैं पढ़ते हैं, but two examples which really inspire me when it comes to the startup story and ecosystem. One is Zerodha and one is Zoho. And I'll very clearly tell you, please go and read about them a little more. Zerodha, because jo trading platform, how they are earning, it's not that businesses have not been in that space and they don't have competition. But I think they have done so well, exceeding well, is because of the transparency in pricing and the trust that they have been able to win of the customer. That is very important in your business if you are able to do that. Now I will go about talking about Zoho. So you know, we have IT to Infosys ke time se start hua hai, then AI and all of that. But why is Zoho so inspiring? Because this is a company which built an Indian product, which is going all over the world. हमने body shopping की है, जहाँ पैसा मिलेगा leverage करके हमने coding की है, बहुत पैसा बनाया है IT and services में. But this is a fantastic product where the founder and the company believed in their product, and that is the USP, and that is why they're so profitable. And obviously they understand the Indian market, they understand the Indian consumer, and very profitable. So that's why trust, your own innovation, your own product, these are keystones if you want to build a business, and these businesses will outshine anybody and everybody in time and sustainability. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. So, I mean, what you're saying really is that the spin-off of positive growth is the employment that it generates. Like even in Bollywood or in our music industry, there are so many spin-offs, there are so many sub-careers being created, you know, with this one, business module that has been created. So talking about that, and I'm very happy that you brought up those two, the companies that you mentioned. So Sneha, my question to you is, what is the role that entrepreneurs play in creating employment opportunities in India, and how have they impacted the job market?
Thank you. It is an honor to be here on World's Entrepreneurs Day at 7th Business Conclave and Excellence Award. Before answering your questions, I just want to congratulate each and everyone in the room, because we are talking on contributions of entrepreneurs, and I hope each and everyone here are entrepreneurs, right? So despite of having heavy rainfall, still we are here. So see the Indian economy, you can see in the room itself that each and everyone working. Means भारतीय संस्कृति में इस तरीके से है कि कुछ भी हो जाए, हम तूफान आंधी आ जाए, फिर भी हम अपना जो वर्क कल्चर है वो कंटिन्यू रखते हैं. Talking on employment in entrepreneurship, right?
What is the role that entrepreneurs play?
Yes. So they are playing a major role because they are generating employment. It's an engine they are generating. Then they are also developing the skill, because nowadays entrepreneurs, if we can see the entrepreneurs standing in the stage before, so there is no comparison. Each and every segment is different. Nowadays all startups are coming in, and they are not comparable or making competition. Even AI coming, there is no interchangeably competitions. So skill development, each and every person entrepreneurs have skill development. Then we also have an export market. So there are a lot of opportunities coming up in export market. So in entrepreneurs also getting the this thing, employment generation in the export market, in the skill development, and in creating their jobs and this thing, what we called like उन लोग job employment ऐसे नहीं है, they are also taking help of consultant and advisors, supporters, mentors, so even those industries are coming up.
Creating employment. Okay, so that's wonderful. Thank you, Sneha. Nandita, interesting question for you. What social impact do entrepreneurs have in India, particularly in rural and underserved areas, underdeserved, and how do they drive positive change? Wow, that's a lovely question. So, what social impact do entrepreneurs have in India, particularly in rural and underserved areas, and how do they drive positive change?
Right. So first, happy World Entrepreneurs Day. And as one of my co-panelists, she said her father was a huge fan of SHARON Prabhakar's. And let me tell you, my son's friend, he called up all the way from Nashik, and he said, I want to talk, your mom knows SHARON, I want to talk to her, I'm a huge fan. So she transcends all generations. She's your wow. So having said that, this is a very interesting question because I run something called the Puri Foundation. It's an NGO. It was launched in 2017 at Cannes, and it's in the name of my late husband, Puri. He was an actor. I don't think I need to say much
One
about
of the
him.
finest.
Yes, thank you. So when I launched, this was one part of the foundation was to carry his legacy of all 350 films in India and abroad forward through, he did Bharat Coach through universities, film festivals, etc. The other part, because he never made a big hue and cry, he was a philanthropist. And the other part was to carry his philosophy forward. Now, why I'm coming to this is we have something called, long before the word Atmanirbharata became very fashionable. This was way back in early 2000 when he said, we need to absolutely encourage our indigenous craftsmen, weavers, and the farmers, of course. So we have two very important awards in art, apart from the Puri scholarship and fellowship in NSD and FTI. We have the Puri Kisan Award for farmers' children who are going to study agriculture and something related. So they don't leave their land and come to stay in cities and living in chawls and all. The other is the Puri Karigar Award, which we give it to children of weavers and craftsmen who take the legacy forward. So long in 91, 92, Omji did a film called Susman. It was directed by the late Shyam Benegal. It was about the life of a Pochampalli weaver, and where they showed the Pochampalli weaver, Ramal, who was his name, spent years, months, 6 months to weave a sari, a ikat sari. And by the time he probably got, just giving a figure, 100 rupees for it. By the time the sari was sold in the metros or in the Festival of India in Paris and all, it was selling for 1,000 rupees. So it was all the middlemen who were actually taking the profit. This man just about managed to survive. So the whole idea is, thanks to in a way thanks to COVID, that homemade entrepreneurs came up, and that was a fantastic thing. I have seen Chaitali start with 12 women entrepreneurs before COVID. During COVID, it just went on because it was all online. Women were making their pickles, they were making their jams, their home kitchen, and women were also doing their handcrafted stuff. And thanks to COVID, because of this online platform, a lot of the middlemen are done away with. That is one great thing. Of course, a sari which probably he used to get 100, he'll probably get 200, and it'll sell for like 700. But in between, the endless middlemen are gone. So coming back to it, the question was, how has it affected the role? So this is how it's going to affect. You know, this is how it's going to have in a very positive sense. And likewise, like I am against ChatGPT, because not for any other thing, because I just feel I have educated myself enough to know the right P's and Q's. So I don't need it. But there are times when I depend a lot on Google. Like there was a time when I used to write my books looking up, you know, encyclopedias. It's a huge headache gone when my current books are all on Google. I'm sure ChatGPT, AI, if used in the right format for research, it's very, very good. But people misusing it, taking your voice samples and, you know, creating all that is right not for me at all. And people, I have lots of young, you know, youngsters who can't even, who don't know the P's and Q's, sending me stories and they look like, you know, based somewhere out of USA or New York or something, and it's ridiculous. As you have ChatGPT and AI, you will also have their counter systems who will also. It's a system now, I'm sure it will get used to it, but for me, I feel with the online, with Zoom and everything, the craftsmen should also, the entrepreneurs in the villages should also be savvy. Savvy to the point that they can use social media to sell their products, and that is the backbone of our industry. One is our IT and corporate sectors. We are way ahead in our IT sectors than the rest of the world. And we are far, far more indigenous than the so-called made in China and other, you know, plasticky civilizations. So if we concentrate, it's going to have a huge impact on our.
I couldn't agree with you more. A lot of us, including me, I was going through what you were saying. You know, forget about me for the moment. Let's go back to the village, which seems so far in terms of them wanting to achieve their dreams. But I think with the help of digital tools and all that, they themselves can be the entrepreneur who kicks it off in the market. You just need to get a little more savvy, use it. So you said two things, Nandita. One is, it's done away with the middlemen, which is good, I mean, in the process. But the second thing that it sparked was, if you empower yourself with some of the tools, which you don't agree, but it's okay. But you
with the tools too for marketing their products, but not to use the tools to create their products.
Correct. But if we can empower that in the rural part of our country, I think that the future is very, very positive. You know, where that poor little farmer then becomes boss of his, he becomes the pilot of his own plane. You know. So moving on, Gargi. So thank you for that, Nandita. So how do entrepreneurs, we just brought up that topic, how do entrepreneurs contribute, or should we say how can entrepreneurs contribute to balanced regional development in India, and what are some examples of successful initiatives?
Hello. Okay, thank you, Sharon again. I don't know whether I should repeat what everybody has said already. So it's great to be on the stage with you. Okay. I think because all repeat. Okay, repeat everywhere. Okay. Yes. How many 3 generations are your fan? Okay. Now coming to entrepreneurs. I think firstly, entrepreneurs are those who shape the economic destiny of the country, because they not only create job and money, but they're generating tax. And when it comes to regional development, I think they play a very crucial role. Obviously, creating jobs, and especially when there are less developed areas. So they contribute in reducing the regional disparity. Because a very small village, if somebody comes out, so obviously they contribute in reducing the regional disparity, and that's a great thing. And innovation. fostering innovation, what you said in online and all, how we all survived, even our business survived. We run a film school. And obviously when COVID came, everything, 3 centers, all classes closed. So we never knew how to do classes on Zoom. We started. And you know how they contribute and they can diversify. When they do diversify, they can shift from the traditional sector. And I will give one example, as you said, regional development. I spoke about rural areas, how they can reduce the disparity, and it can lead to infrastructure development, road, healthcare system. I will give, because in Gujarat, in a native of Gujarat, there's one person, Mansukh Bhai. Okay, so Mansukh Bhai Prajapati, he transformed his traditional pottery business with innovation, and they came out with Mitti Cool. And Mitti Cool refrigerators, Mitti Cool pressure cookers, Mitti Cool water filters, and Mitti Cool, it is off-grid. Off-grid means no electricity is required. So he understood the need of the people there, and he came out. So they used evaporation technique to cool the food. So how it helped, and so the people there who could not, maybe they would not have been able to afford a refrigerator, maybe there's lack of electricity, yet they could get the Mitti Cool refrigerator. So that's how, and when somebody like this comes up, so obviously, there will be infra development, there will be road development, there will be healthcare sectors. So that is how it contributes. And as I said in the beginning, that entrepreneurs are the one who shape the economic destiny. So each of us, when we contribute, so when we say the government we cannot look at the government for everything. When each of us come and contribute, that only contribute to the GDP. And that's why I think today India's GDP is the 4th largest, and we are aiming to be the 3rd. So that's how in each this kind of Mansukh Bhai kind of characters who come with such innovation. And in a village, not very savvy person. Then I read about something, I was reading about a PAHAL initiative. PAHAL again involved rural women in food delivery business. I'm talking about, because you asked me about the very rural setting. So in eco-friendly textile. So there also with that women gained income, their living standard improved. So in regional development, if each person comes like this, I think lifestyle improves, the quality of life improves. When women are everything, it's like a cycle. So we need people like this Mansukh Bhai Prajapati from a village in Gujarat. So if this kind of people come, I think this regional development will cumulatively contribute to the development of our country and the GDP.
Thank you. I completely agree. And I know, however, that there is a lot of energizing happening in rural India. Women who are vegetable vendors. I just went to a symposium the other day, where 5 women had got together and they went to one of the social workers and said that, can you help us how to bank? So this lady said, yeah, let's go to a bank, we'll open up the bank account, blah, blah, blah. But these people didn't have any documentation. And they didn't know how to count. They didn't know the intelligence of modern moving forward. So the bankers refused them. They said, I'm sorry, you don't come into our ethos circle or whatever it is. These ladies went back. 4 years later, their group grew from 5 people to about 25. They went back to the social worker, and the social worker took them again to the bank. And the bank said, we told you that you can't even count, saving, multiplication, addition, subtraction. So one of the ladies looked at the guy, the Dr. Gargi of the bank. What are you eating in the middle of all my talking? You're slipping that biscuit. हमारे मुंह में भी पानी आ रहा है यार. कमाल है. So they went to this banker, and this lady stood up and said, okay, can you count? And she gave a 4-figure number. She said, can you count this and this? And we'll do a race. Except you will not look at your laptop or your mobile. We are going to do it manually. And the man couldn't do it. And they got their bank account. Wow. And today in rural India, there's this one, I must get the name. They've got a whole force of millions of women who can now bank the money that they're saving instead of putting it into their choli or whatever it is. Anyway, all about empowerment and moving forward. And so my last question for this little section, Dr. Jyoti, for you, what are some predicaments, what are some of the predictions for the future of entrepreneurship in India, and how will it shape the country's economic landscape?
First of all, good afternoon everyone, and happy World Entrepreneurs Day, and congratulations to Chaitali on completing 7 years. Sharon, I love your voice and I love you.
You know the fact that I'm bullying all of you, bullying our Dr. Garg also. He's continuing to eat. He has not stopped.
Nobody can stop me.
Unstoppable. So as an astrologer, like there's a saying, the star whispers to those who dare to dream. And I feel you entrepreneurs are chosen few who turn their dreams into reality. So predictions like more tech, more growth, that is like businesses with AI, artificial intelligence, and robots, smart devices, more of it. So everywhere, like, see nowadays, like there's digital boom, internet services are being used, and UPI. So even small township people, like, they can work online via this. And so in future, government is going to support it, and you know, they are government also will provide some centers and labs for the youth, because nowadays you can see like young people in their early 20s, they are coming with new startups. So because they have new creative ideas which are very, you know, which people will appreciate. And apart from this, like more of, I can see women leaders and more of youth. And apart from this, like you know, government is going to support everyone, because programs like Startup India, Digital India, they will keep helping new businesses with money, and even Indian startups will get more money around the world to connect with global companies. So more of this smart work and faster work will be there. And but then they say कि अच्छाइयाँ भी है तो बुराइयाँ भी हैं, फायदे भी है तो नुकसान भी है. So people need to just be careful. And but with this new tech and new growth, definitely India is going to prosper.
Wonderful, wonderful. And of course I know, because I've been doing a couple of 5 minutes. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 1 minute each. 20 seconds for me. मैं थोड़ा अपना पैर घुसा दूँ बीच में बाहर. So, okay. So yeah, because and there's a lot of women are now rising up from, you know, the depths of the earth to empower themselves and re-strategize their futures in terms of becoming more savvy or online savvy and all that sort of thing. So moving on, Nandita, my dear Nandita, what are some of the significant challenges faced by entrepreneurs in India, and how can they be addressed to promote economic growth? I'm saying ready, steady, go. You've got 60 seconds, go.
Challenges. What happens
What are some of the
is,
significant challenges faced by entrepreneurs?
challenges would be like, I think entrepreneurs are very healthy, very trendy. It's a very healthy trend, because this work from home has also created this huge workforce working from home, saving a lot in your charges of rentals, etc., etc. But at the same time, too many. Everyone is coming out with some idea or the other. So it just may be an overkill. So one has to see who sustains the survival of the fittest in this case. So when you have, she's making excellent pickles, and she's, say, doing wonderful crochet. And I said, okay, I'll also do something, and I'm not good enough, but I do it. So ultimately, it is the proof of the pudding. So it is the survival of the fittest. I know, but it is less than that.
No, you said it, because also in growth, now with the kind of competition, because now the seatbelts are on, I think mediocrity will have to take a back step, apathy will have to take a back step, and the old rule will work, may the best win. If you're good at your job, if you have the passion, if you have the focus to move forward, there is a place in the universe for you. So, oh, how fantastic that sounded just now, wow.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Nandita. Now, I wanted to ask you, how can the Indian government support entrepreneurs in terms of policy initiatives, funding and infrastructure development? I'll just add something to that. मुझे पता है कि government बहुत काम कर रहे हैं इन चीजों में. So, but I mean, instead of how can you tell us some of the things that the government is encouraging its Indian population?
Yes, most of the things like easy access in finance and venture capital, easy access in compliances and everything. Like there are many portals who does the compliances work. Despite of these things, I would like to highlight mainly 3 points or 3 policies or schemes government running or coming up for the startups and MSME and SME. First one is GEM portal. I think each and everyone should have registration on GEM portal. There are a lot of opportunities available on GEM. All companies are giving their procurement and their requirement on the GEM portal. Not only government but also private sectors and public sectors are looking for their requirement through GEM portal. First one is GEM, and second one is incubation center. It's not only for service provider but for manufacturing industries. Government is coming with the incubation center. Being a member of or leading the COWE, Co-Federation of Women Entrepreneurs, we have an incubation center for food industries, those who are into millet-based food products and in food processing, etc. So we have a setup in Hyderabad and have a full-fledged setup, incubation setup for manufacturing industries, and there is a vital role played by the government. Third one is ONDC, Open Digital Marketing Platform, created by central government, and it's really nice to all sellers. I think in the room all are sellers here. So it's again a free platform provided by the government, ONDC. So you can have a look on Google it, and please register on ONDC. Created by central government. Thank you.
Thank you. Lovely, wonderful. So we're going to continue with that and all the good things that the government is supporting us with. Gargi, my question to you is, so what role can entrepreneurs play in achieving India's development goal, such as the Sustainable Development Goals?
I think, sustainable development. I think already while talking before, I spoke about Mitti Goal, and that is not only development, it is also sustainable. As I said, it is off grid, without. And then now, entrepreneurs are coming with those eco-friendly textiles. So where women are also involved. So I think that's the sustainable, because sustainable development, we know we should keep the resources for our next generation, not use it so much. So right. So when we say we not use it so much, so I think this is where we have in room somebody with the solar power thing. So I think solar power, if it is promoted, not only it reduces your electricity bill, it is obviously a sustainable way of using energy. Like obviously, sun is always there. Now there are wind power also. Then the EVs are coming, and then now hydrogen cars are also coming. Hydrogen cars are also coming. I think so. These kind of innovations, I think the entrepreneurs are playing a great job in fostering innovations. And I forgot who was the person with the solar power. Solar power. Yes. I think people like you are contributing a lot. I think there should be more people like you. So we also pay lesser electricity bills. We are paying to Adani. So less electricity bill, and it's a lesser carbon emission also. Less carbon emission. So that will be really sustainable for the future generation.
Excellent.
And then people are doing rainwater harvesting. I know people in Bombay only they are doing rainwater harvesting. So a lot of things I think this generation people are coming out with. So that's it.
Good for you there, because everybody wants to ask questions.
Okay, so
so because we have to move on.
okay, yes.
Okay, so now, Shweta, my question to you is, and can I ask you to just 1 minute, okay, because they're bit
Don't
here.
worry, I'll be the shortest.
So, what opportunities exist for entrepreneurs in emerging sectors like fintech, health tech, agri-tech, And
Okay,
obviously
so
how can
quickly
it drive
touching upon,
economic
because
growth?
yes, I think she was just talking about my co-panelist, fintech, my loan processing, how quickly you can apply the whole analysis of financial data and reach to last mile. Agri-tech, now prediction, weather prediction, equipping the farmer with that intelligence that he can really, simple thing, आप pesticide spraying करो, it can be done right proportion. Aerial overviews, analyzing the data, the soil data, all this is fantastic. And उसी जगह से हम इतने लोगों को फीड करेंगे. We are already 160 plus. तो टेक जब तक नहीं लगेगा कहाँ से हम प्रोड्यूस करेंगे? Health tech, simply you look at the kind of quick diagnostics that is available. But what about interpretation? Anyways, we have less doctors in this country. कितने doctors पैदा करेंगे? So till the time you are not using AI and intelligence and tech to analyze that data, equipping doctors with data, better information diagnosis, जहाँ patient they are ready, they know, they can predict, what is happening to a patient before it goes into a critical stage. You just look, because capacity तो सब जगह limited है. तो but उसी capacity को अगर हमें use करना है, agri हो, health हो, all these areas, then technology is the only way out. In fact, when all of you were talking about AI, if you know Government of India, सबसे बड़ा AI का application which I think is wonderful, सारे schools में, we have a big problem with the quality of teachers. कैसे करें teacher training programs है, but is it going to the last mile? But using AI, actually, the young upcoming children, the future of this country is being educated. Quality हम वहाँ monitor कर पा रहे हैं. अच्छा, AI को हम language में use कर पा रहे हैं. Because all of us have limited language skills, but AI has unlimited language skills. So these are the applications of tech and AI which will take this country forward. And बहुत सारे sectors हैं, लेकिन मैंने बहुत quickly आपको बताया. Thank you.
Thank you. So now we have a lady with a crystal ball looking into the future. So tell us all the news we want to hear. You being a tarot expert, how do entrepreneurs come to you for predictions?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, and wait, I want to ask you a whole lot of questions now that I've got your attention. And can you share an example where your reading helped an entrepreneur to take away your suggestion? And just help them grow their business. Or you gave them good news, bad news, what?
No, of course I was guide them,
Okay.
And yes, they have found success. Yes. I remember there was this person, who was working for a company, but people were not happy with it. But he was very brainy, very intelligent, very talented, and all that. But there were many branches of that company. So he was from Delhi. So there were some offices that they used to give it on rent, like per day 5,000 something they used to earn. So, but people were not finding it very feasible, So what he did, without permission of his boss or something, he just reduced the rate and he started giving it for 2.5 or 3K. And many people, they started, coming and all this thing. So other branches, like managers, they were jealous and, maybe they misguided their boss and they said we can't work like this. And so that person was fired in spite of getting business. Like something is better than nothing, but he was fired. And then one he called me and said, ज्योति जी मैं ना संन्यास लेना चाहता हूँ. मैं ऊब गया हूँ, इतनी मेहनत, इतनी कमाने के बाद भी, इतना कुछ करने के बाद भी आज मुझे फायर कर दिया गया. He was terminated. So I said, तो क्या हुआ, तो तुम्हें फायर कर दिया? Do one thing, you have so much of knowledge, talent, इतना तुम्हें creativity है, तुम अपना एक start करो, छोटी सी करो, इसी business का करो, इसी टक्कर दो कंपनी को. इसे कि कैसे कर सकता हूँ? I said फायर किया गया उन्होंने. They didn't ask you to resign, they terminated you. So करो, बोला चलेगा, मैंने कहा चलेगा. I read his chart and everything. And you won't believe, in a couple of years, उनकी company से ऊपर चली गई. And now he's got offices in abroad.
I'm kidnapping you. You are going to give all your knowledge only to me and guide me. Okay, 1 minute. We've got one small little panel section which I do want to cover because the questions are excellent. Nandita, so so we're just going to very, very quickly ask you all. Actually, you can give me, what we'll do 2-word things like how was your jury experience, okay? So you can go bad, horrible, yes, excellent, whatever, okay? So your jury for today's Business Excellence Awards, can you share your experience with respect to the jury process and can you share something about the candidates? Go.
Innovative, interesting, unbiased.
Wonderful. Sneha, you ready? Same question.
I I enjoyed a lot.
Fabulous. Shweta.
Same sentiments as others, but I think there is a floriculture flower. Yeah, that was very interesting, the business and the presentation. And I think there was an IPR lawyer, very interesting, and the travel business also. These three businesses were really very interesting to judge.
Lovely. Gargi.
Yeah, I think we were together on the jury, and I think it's a diverse field people came from, so that was really great. Yeah, so much of diversity, and we really enjoyed the experience, and obviously unbiased, and that's why difficult to mark them because nobody is competing with each other when it comes to the product section. So everybody is coming with unique products. So that was a great experience. We also learned because you learn. We come with some preoccupied notions, and when you come to learn something new, you unlearn. So that was a great experience, and Chaitali has been always a great host. And I wish all the best and more power to Chaitali. And I think one thing I want to tell to all the entrepreneurs, though you have not asked me. Time is up? Yeah. Being an entrepreneur, you asked her, I think, but I felt getting an idea, I think everybody gets an idea. But what matters is executing it. And there is so many in numbers. So to be an entrepreneur, you have to be able to absorb shocks.
Okay.
Absorbing shocks. Because when somebody is working in somebody's firm, I have seen people leaving job because yours is a great story of success, but I have seen people, they are getting every month's salary, leaving and thinking, okay, I'm bringing the business, I'll do the business. But they could not, because to be an entrepreneur, it is not the idea, it's the perspiration. You have to be persistent. There are so many tedious, the process is very tedious, and you have to be ready to absorb the shock. End of the month, you're not getting a salary, you have to pay some people, and you may not be having that money. So that is the sense. So if you struggle and you can stand tough, you will succeed.
I think that lady is going to kill me. I have to move the mic to the next person. Okay? Sneha, message to women entrepreneurs. Take out your knife or take out your guns. Don't worry. लगा दो बस. जो ज़्यादा बोलते हैं मार दो.
She said 3 words. She said 200.
I know. I'm going like this, Ready, steady, go.
Start.
So what is your message to women entrepreneurs?
Start where you are and what you have. Just start.
Excellent. Can we stop there? And now we'll go to our tarot diva. Message to entrepreneurs.
As an astrologer,
Yes.
yeah, because as astrologer, I can see the journey through celestial map that guides inner compass. So I'll take just few more seconds because this is interesting.
Okay.
It is for everyone. As you must be knowing that there are 7 days in a week: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So each day is ruled by some planet. That one is by Sun, second is Moon, third is like Sunday Sun, Monday is Moon, Tuesday is Mars, Wednesday Mercury, Thursday Jupiter, Friday Venus, Saturday Saturn. So I think so everybody must be aware, like whatever your birth number is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So all these our numbers have been ruled by planets. So Sun, that is creator, brightness. For all the entrepreneurs, like you can work with your creativity, with your ideas, you'll get success. Definitely you'll get success. Those are ruled by Moon, number 2. So you need to know how to balance your emotions. Don't let your heart rule your head. कहते हैं कि रिश्ते दिल से दबाओ, व्यापार दिमाग से करो. So Wednesday, that's Mercury. Mercury, communication. Beautiful communication you have shared it. Beautiful voice you have, because there has to be Mercury stronger in your chart. So that is Mercury. So work with your brand voice, your clarity. And then after that, Wednesday, Thursday is Jupiter, as we know, largest planet. It blesses with expansions, growth, abundance. And then is Venus. Venus, that is name, fame, creativity. इसमें फायदे भी है, नुकसान भी है. सोच समझ कर कदम बढ़ाना. अच्छे वजह से भी नाम होता है, तो बुरे वजह से भी नाम होता है. तो just work on your Venus. And then there is Saturn. That is discipline and patience. जल्दबाजी में काम मत कीजिएगा, डिसिप्लिन तो जरूर होना चाहिए, हार्ड वर्क, लॉन्ग नाइट्स, courage to face risk. Then there is last Mars, that is ambition and negotiations. So मेहनत करो, जल्दबाजी मत करो, because it's a very aggressive number and this year is number 9, 2025. ये मार्स का साल है. मेहनत करो, but like think twice and act twice. Thank you.
Last but not least, no, we've got Nandita also coming to Nandita, but let's first talk to Shweta. What is your advice to entrepreneurs?
So just my experience, no advice here. If you have been to Puri Jagannath, look at the flag. It always flies against the wind. It is changed every day. That is how we are. You have to believe in your purpose and goal and move. Even if everybody is against you in the market, your customers, your competitors, and even people you love and trust don't believe in you. And number 2, if you see the Sudarshan Chakra, it is similar. It looks the same from all directions. That is how your business has to be. As a founder, when you have your businesses, the core has to be very intact. Your people, your values, your color, your branding, your work, all should be the same. Talk consistent, look consistent, and be consistent. So with this courage and consistency, I think we all can go long. Thank you.
And last but not least, Nandita, you're forging your path now in this phase of your life after OMG left all of us. So what do you have to, so you also, I know you so well, I know you have an entrepreneurial spirit. So what is your take on having that inner flame?
Having that in a flame. So the thing is,
As an entrepreneur.
Think out of the box. Don't follow the threatening path. Just move away. But more than anything, believe in what you're doing. Love it from your heart. Only then you can succeed. That's all.
Nice round of applause to these lovely people here. And our lovely little break where Dr. Garg had his biscuit also. Thank you very much, everybody. That was lovely. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Let's have a wonderful ladies, everyone. What a wonderful panel discussion we had. Chaitani, please come. So I request Chaitani and Sharon to felicitate our speakers, the panelists. Very good picture आप ले लो. And group picture ले लीजिए.
Yes. It will become 7 ajube. 7 women. 7 ajube. I'm number 7.
Yeah, look center. All of you look center, please.
7 wonders of the world.
Yes.
7 days.
मैम ने सारे नंबर बता दिए.
7 days of the week.
7 days of the week.
मैम लव लाइन का भी बताना वो कौन सा ग्रह होता है वो भी बताना. Okay, yeah, I request Sharon and Chaitani to felicitate our panelists, please.
कट भी कर रहा हूँ क्या नहीं? कट कर रहा हूँ.
म्यूजिक चला सकते हैं आप जरा.
थोड़ा आगे आइए थोड़ा. बस. ठीक है.
Wow, so you can have a little applause over here, yes? Our wonderful panelists are here. इतना अच्छा बात किया, थोड़ा ओवर एक्सपीरियंस के टाइम, but that's fine, बनता है, but another good discussion.
आपको भेज दूंगा कैमरा प्लीज लोग इधर मैडम इधर देखिए
बीच में आ रहा है तो यार
Okay, hello everyone.
लोग एक मिनट में हाथ आ
Let's say for SHARON provider, everyone. Blue, SHARON they give you blue. Are you happy? अच्छा आपके लिए बड़ा वाला था actually.
या लोग